cloud. Woo! All right. Terrific, everybody. Everybody good? It's great to see you. Good to see you, everybody in person. It's so cool. No longer screen.
No screen.
No screen, except this one, but that's okay.
No offense.
Yeah, no offense to anybody at home. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Philip. Hi. Kathleen. So let's get going. What I would suggest is that we start with the breathing exercise standing up, because out here it's a little bit chilly. So we want to get warm. So standing on your mat, let's bring the feet hip width apart. This is going to be very important for our positioning. And when you have your feet hip width, there's a loosening as well as ligaments that go up your leg into the hips, also into the breathing apparatus and the belly. So we always want to have our feet hip width. Have your knees soft, so they're not hyperextended, but they're soft. The hips are back a little bit, the chest is lifted. The shoulders, you can lift them a bit and widen them to the side. So this is a little bit different from the posture advice we get that's throw your shoulders back, right? So you want the shoulders floating on top of the rib cage and widening to the sides. The neck is long and you lift the chin, and here you're going to get into a sensation of a strong and powerful posture. So we're going to do 3 breaths in, always through the nose, please. Out through the nose. 3 breaths in at 3 different levels. So first we'll breathe in a little bit, and then a little bit again, and then a little bit to fill the rest. And then we'll breathe out. Beautiful. Now, when we breathe out, remember your chest doesn't drop. We keep it lifted. So when we do the 3 breaths in, let's do it again. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and we breathe out, keep the chest lifted. That's it, good. And again, breathe in, breathing in, and breathe out. Beautiful. One more time, 3 levels. Breathe in, good, and breathe out. Nicely done. Now we're going to add the arms. So watch me first. I'm going to breathe in, then I'm going to breathe in, then I'm going to breathe in. And then I'm just going to let my arms come down very gently like rain. Okay? Ready? Here we go. Breathe in, strong. Again, up over the head. And let the arms come down like rain. Beautiful. Let's keep going. Breathe in, out, up, and then down like rain. Good. 3 more times. Let's go. Breathing in. Arms go out. Arms go up. Down. Forward. To the side. Up. And down.
Smartphone connected.
One more time. Breathing in. And it comes down like rain.
Disconnected.
Now gently roll your shoulders. And as we do this, we're going to have some movement in through the knees. So we bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Nice big circles. Beautiful. Very good. Let's change directions. Opposite direction.
Smartphone connected.
Very nice. We'll bring our hands together, clasp them together, and push the palms skyward. See if you can get your arms completely straight, but keep there a space between the ears and the shoulders. Let's take a deep breath in. Breathe out, lean to your right. Breathing in, coming back up. Breathe out, lean to your left. Good. In, back up, out to the right. In, coming back up, out to the left. Perfect. One more time each side. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Breathing in and out. Let's come back to center. Palms together. Bring them over the back of the head. Thumbs go into the upper back. You lift the chin just a little bit to get that opening of the upper shoulders, upper chest, the very tops of the lungs. And then reach. Hi, Lisa. Reach to the sky and bring the hands back down to the heart center. Let's separate our feet. Just step your feet a little bit wider. Bring your hands onto your thighs, leaning forward. You'll pull the chest forward away from the hips. Remember, we want to have a very long waist, long belly, long trunk. Here we're going to do standing cat and cow. So the cow is when we curve the spine, we breathe in, lift the chin, and breathe out, you'll round, pull the belly in, look to the belly button. Breathing in, curling, that's it. Breathing out, rounding. And again, let's breathe in and curl. Breathe out and round. 2 more times. Just kind of move along with your breath. See if your breath can even move the spine. Coming back to a flat back or even a curved back. So there's a little bit of a curl in the low spine especially. And then we're going to bring our right shoulder forward. So go ahead and bring it forward. You can continue looking forward. Hold here for a moment and just notice the stretch and opening that happens at the back. And then we'll change. The left shoulder goes forward. See if when you do this, you can keep your arms straight. So there's really good pressure. Yeah. And the shoulder can lift and come up towards the ear. Change sides. Good. Right shoulder forward and your chin. You can just keep looking forward. No need to turn in the neck if you don't want to. And we change. And as we hold, just notice what's going on in the back. Yeah, one more time each side. Changing. So if we keep our knees bent at the same level, it's just the upper body that gives that twist. That's it. It's nice. And then we change last time. Perfect. Come back up to center and lift all the way to standing position. Step your feet in and step to the front edge of your mat. So at the front edge of the mat, again, we look for that perfect posture. Feet are hip width and knees are soft. The hips are back a little bit. We get long in the waist, lift the chest, and hands will come to the heart center. The shoulders float again. Okay. And we're going to do something kind of funky. I want you to get your thumbs on your sternum, just on the sternum. Touch it. And I want you to lift the sternum against the thumbs. Yeah, good, Lisa. And see if you can keep it up there as you breathe in and out. Take it 3 breaths, keeping the sternum up. You create a bit of tension in the waist, maybe a little bit in the low back, but the belly gets long when you lift the sternum. Good. One more deep breath in and out. And let's raise the arms. We're going to get ready for movement. Raise them tall and long. And then as you bend at your knees, the elbows bend forward in front of you, fold at your hips, and the hands come down. Step your right leg back. Hold here for a moment. Come up onto the fingertips. Okay? Lift and open the chest. Look forward. Now set your hands down and step your left leg back for a plank position. From here, we're going to bring our knees down. Lift your feet if you wish. It depends on whether or not you want to be on your kneecaps. If you don't want to be on the kneecaps, lift the feet up and it gets you on top of the quadricep tendon. Open your hands one at a time. Here we need to go wider than the mat. And we're going to bring our chest down once and then we'll push and come back up. Now we'll come all the way down to the earth. Point your toes and push the tops of the feet into the ground. Bring your hands in under the shoulders. The shoulders again will lift to the ears and we'll lift up into a cobra position. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto the knees. Hips go back. Here we're going to stop just for a second and we'll bring our right hand off the mat, left hand on top. Press your hips back. Get them towards the heels. Lifting back up. Bring your left hand off the mat, right hand on top. Press your hips back. Good. Coming back up, hands go back onto the mat, tuck your toes under, and we're either going to take the downward facing dog with knees bent, or if you want to take crouching cat, you can step your feet forward a little bit and lift your head and chest forward. Take a deep breath in, breathe everything out, and begin stepping your feet forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. Knees bent, hands to the thighs, lift the chest, looking forward, so you get into that squat position. Now here, everybody place your hands at the tops of your thighs, and I want you to press down into the thighs. So it's pressing the femur bones back and into the hip socket. Lift your chest up, lift your head, take a deep breath in, sink down a little bit deeper, raise your arms by your ears, and then come all the way up to standing. Palms come back in front of the heart center. Lift the sternum into the thumbs. And let's do it again. Breath in, rise up. Breathing out, we're going to bend and fold everything forward. Now the left leg steps back. Come up on your fingertips, look forward. Now we'll step the right leg back and take that plank position. We'll lower the knees down, lift the feet, open your hands. Get ready and do one push-up, just one for the moment. We'll go all the way down, pointing the toes, hands under the shoulders, rise up to a cobra. Then we'll press back onto the knees, only onto the knees. Now the left hand comes off the mat, right hand on top, press back, get a good stretch down the side body. And we'll change, right hand comes off the mat, left hand on top, stretch back. Coming back to center, hands on the mat. And we take either down dog, knees slightly bent, or crouching cat. Hold for a moment. Looking to your hands, begin stepping forward. Sink the hips down, hands onto the thighs, lift the chest, hands at the very tops of the thighs. This is the last time we'll do this. So press down, hips back, lift the chest away. Sink down a little bit lower, raise your arms, and come all the way up to standing. We'll go a little faster now, palms together, hold yourself forward. Right leg goes back. Then the left leg, plank position. Then the knees come down, feet can come up, open your hands. Do 1, 2, or maybe 3 push-ups. Decide what's good for you today. All the way down, point the toes, cobra. Pushing back. Now we're gonna skip the side stretches and come right to down dog hybrid or crouching cat, whichever you wish. Now begin stepping forward. Now hands can go on the thighs just above the knees, lift up to the chair, raise your arms, and slowly stretch your legs, reaching palms together. Let's fold again, all the way down. Step your left leg back, looking forward, then the right. Knees come down. With your feet, open your hands, take those push-ups, however many you want to do. All the way down, cobra, down dog, or crouching cat. Good. Move your feet forward. Hands just above the knees, get into that chair. Put your arms up, palms together, reach to the sky. Hold again. Go for it. Right leg goes back. Yes. Then step the left back, plank. Excellent. Knees come down. Good. Do those push-ups. Excellent, Maria. Good, Catherine. Excellent, Jane. All the way down. Point the toes into cobra. Evelyn, you're doing great. Downward dog hybrid or that crouching cat. Good, Natalie. Philip, I'm sure you're doing great. Begin stepping your feet forward. Yes. Hands just above the knees now. Lift your chest. Perfect, Luca. Raise your arms up. Good, Nicole. Nicole, bring your knees a little bit wider. Yes. Now come up to standing. Slow palms together and fold it forward. Let's go. Left leg goes back. Good, Lisa. Then step your right leg back. You're getting into the plank. Yes, bring your knees down. Do your push-ups. However many you want. Push-ups are good for you. Good. Point your toes, cobra. And push back, down dog hybrid or crouching cat. Woo. Take those little steps forward. Beautiful, everybody. Hands just above the knees. So when we're here, I'm just going to pause you here. I just want you to caution. I mentioned it to Nicole because I was looking at her, okay? But I know that some of us do it. I do it automatically sometimes. Is that when we get into the chair position, look how my knees have gone in just a little bit. This can already make an imbalance of pressure on the meniscus in your knees. So you always want to make sure they're wide. They're more going towards the baby toe than the big toe. So always more going towards the baby toe. Raise the arms all the way up to standing, hands to your heart center. Okay. Oh, that was good, Jane. You wanted to go for it. We're going to move through it again, but I'm going to add on. Okay. So pay attention, everybody at home as well. Pay attention to what we're going to be doing. Some funky stuff. Ready? Let's go. Rising up. Reach. Folding forward. Right leg goes back. Listen carefully. Right leg goes back, but my fingertips are down. I'm going to lift up the right leg behind me. Up it goes. Woo! Bring the knee in towards the next knee. We're going to get into a little squat. Stretch it back up again. Bring it down behind you and plank position. Hold the plank position. Low back is curved. Chest is lifted. Pull your heart forward. Lift your chin. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Feet come up. Open your hands. Let's go for the push-ups. However many you want to do. Open the chest. All the way down. You'll point your toes. Rise up to that cobra. Down dog hybrid or crouching cat. Turn your knees to the right and we'll bounce. 3, 2, 1. Turn them back forward and begin taking small steps forward till you reach the front edge. Knees bend, hand on the thighs, lift the chest. Stay here for a second. Chest lifted, hips back. Right arm above the right ear. Lean over to your left. Keep the elbow pointing forward. Bring the left hand over the right thigh. So you get into a crisscross twist and also side bends. Coming back up. Raise your arms all the way to standing and fold again. Let's go. Left leg goes back. We're on the front. Everything's strong in the right leg. Deep breath in. Raise the left leg up. Bring the knee in next to the other one into a little squat. Back up behind you. Set it back down and take your plank position. Everything's strong. Hold it. Pull the hands towards the feet. 3. Good. 2. Lift your head. 1. Knees come down. Feet come up. Open the hands. Let's go for the push-ups. However many you want to do. All the way down. Point your toes. A little cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Knees bend. Turn them to the left this time. And bounce your hips back towards the heels. 3, 2, 1. Point them forward. Taking those little steps. Knees bend low. Hands to the thighs. Lift into the chair position. Left hand over the left ear. Elbow points forward. To your right. Right hand over the left thigh. Hold. Rising back up. Arms come by the ears. Reach to the sky. Palms together. We'll do the whole thing again. Folding forward. Beautiful. Right leg back. Excellent. Get strong and raise the right leg up. Good, Lisa. Bring it in like you're going to get into a squat without touching the ground. Woo. Squat down, squat down. Deep, deep, deep. Good. Raise the leg up behind you again and send the leg back on the mat. Perfect. Getting into the plank. Hold the plank. Feel like your hands are coming back. Feet are coming forward. 3, 2, 1, knees come down, open your hands. You can lift your feet up if you want and go for it. Push-ups. Good. How's everybody doing at home? Looking great all the way down. Point your toes, rise up to that beautiful cobra. Yes, very nice. And push back to your down dog or crouching cat. The knees go to the right and you bounce. 3, 2, 1. Looking forward. Now, this is up to you. If you want to hop forward, it's called a burglar hop. You can hop or you just step forward, however you feel. Then your knees bend low. Yes, you come up into the chair, right arm over the right ear. Lean to your left. Then the left hand comes over to the right thigh. And there's a little spiral twist going on here, deep, deep into the core muscles. Beautiful. Coming back, raise your arms, stretch all the way to the sky. Yes, hands come all the way up, straighten your legs, and then come back down. Left leg back. Good job, everyone. Okay, get ready to raise the left leg. Lift it up behind you. Good, Evelyn. Good, Natalie. Excellent. Bring the knee in next to the other one like a deep, deep squat. And stretch it back up to the sky. Now back behind you. Good. Plank position. Excellent, Maria. Hold on to it, everybody. 3, 2. Très bien, Catherine. 1. Bring the knees down. Open your hands. Last chance for push-ups. So if you feel like, okay, now I'm going to do 20. Now's your chance. However many you want to do. All the way down. Point your toes. Come up to a cobra. Good. Down dog hybrid or crouching cat. Turn your knees to the left and bounce it. 3, 2, 1. Turning forward. Here's where you can do the burglar hop if you want, or those little steps. Yeah. Bend your knees low. Good. Left hand over the left ear. Lean to your right. Right hand crosses over to the thigh, so there's a little twist going on deep inside. Come back to center. Raise your arms. Stretching up like you want to touch the sky. And then hands come down to your heart center. Wow. Good stuff. Woo-hoo. Bring your arms down. Lift and open the chest. And I'm gonna turn this way. I want you to lean forward, and as you lean forward, you're gonna have the standing leg soft. You'll raise your arm and your right leg behind you. So it's like one of those airplane positions, all right? But we don't have the arms to the side. We have them just next to our legs and our hips. Go for it. Get into this position. Now we're going to do slight adjustments. So you're going to lift your head much more, everyone. Yes, just the head. Keep everything else leaning forward. Good. Now you're going to bend your standing leg. So you'll bend low and then you'll straighten out a bit without straightening completely. Now when you bend, you're going to get like into a squat position. So sink down like in a deep squat. The leg is nicely behind you. We'll do it 3 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Rise back up and release. Whew. Ready for the other side. Leaning forward, and when you lean forward, the leg goes up behind you, the arms go up behind you along with the leg. Yes, yes. So it's like your trunk, your spine, your arms, and the leg that's behind you is in one line. Lift your head, everyone. Good. And now here we're going to do those squats. Sink down, go slowly. Yes, controlling. This is working on the vestibular system. This is the balancing system. 2 more times. Squatting down. That's it. Good. Last one. And then slowly rise back up. Ah. Raise your right knee up in front of you. Bring your hands in front of your heart center. Now remember about the sternum lifting up against the thumbs. Let's do that. Feel that the sternum is rising up against the thumbs. Now begin leaning back and looking skyward. Bend your standing knee. So the standing knee is bent. Yes. Raise your eyes. Just dare. Dare to raise your eyes. Everybody falls out of postures every once in a while, even yoga teachers. Oh, it's terrible. deep breath in and come on out. Shake out. Woo, yeah. Other side. So, thumbs in the sternum. Left leg comes up. You'll lift your chest into the thumbs. Bend your standing knee, lean back and look skyward. Maybe if you're looking at a tree, gain some energy from that tree to be stable. 3, 2, 1. Come on back up and release. Whew. One side is always better than the other. It can also be the holes in the ground, you know. You guys at home don't have any excuse, huh? Yeah, this is our good excuse. All right. Typically, the tree pose, I don't necessarily teach it anymore. Why? Because when we lift and externally rotate, the front of the femur bone comes forward. So the difference in the tree pose that we're going to be doing is we'll have the foot up and you'll have the knee up. To do this without externally rotating, it's going to bring the femur bone into the hip socket. So this is the explanation of infinity pose. Like the tree pose, bring the foot on the thigh just at the front. You'll sink your hips back. And what happens is, boom, the femur bones go into the hip socket. Super good. Curling the back, lifting the chest, and you'll bring your thumbs on top of your head. Elbows come forward. Lift your eyes, looking up to the trees and the leaves. Yeah. See if you can sink back a little bit, opening up the chest even more. And you bend your standing leg, relaxing the face. Good. And let's release. Woo. Shake out. I do the same thing every once in a while. I'm like, oh, I get tension in the face. So bring your hips from side to side after having done this. And then we change sides. Lift your left foot. It comes on top of the thigh. You sink your hips back. It's like you're sitting in a little chair. The pressure increases the foot on the thigh. Palms come together on the crown of the head. Elbows forward. Lift your eyes. Feel there's the opening of the front body as well. Bringing in courage, in fact. Because we can't be fearful when we open the front body. And let's release, shaking out. So I want to talk about that for a second, because one of the things about fear is that when we're fearful, we go like this, we protect. When you're confident and full of power, you go like this. And this is what we want to cultivate. We don't want to cultivate more fear. We want to cultivate more openness. All right? From here, we're going to move to the floor and we're going to do a long plank. I'm warning you now. So, hands to your heart center. Shake. Yeah, find some shade. As well. Deep breath in, we'll rise up. We'll breathe out. We'll bend forward. Set your hands down and step back to a plank position. Hands are under the shoulders. Legs are strong. Lift your head, everyone. Yeah. Keep breathing. Feel like your hands are pulling towards your feet. Now, if you feel, okay, it's getting too much for the hands, wrists, shoulders, you could always come down onto the elbows, or you could lower your knees. Figure out what's going to be the best for you right now. We're halfway there. Everybody's like, what? Halfway? Yes, we're doing a 1-minute plank. Oh, come on. We got to get out of these COVID situations where we don't move enough, where we don't do plank enough.
We do.
Holding, 15 seconds left. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're doing great, Lisa. Hold on to it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, bring your knees down and sink back into child's pose. Well done. There's super peer pressure with you guys when we're all together. They was looking at each other saying, is he holding? Is she holding? So come on into child's pose and just rest and let go. We'll come back up. Hands are underneath the shoulders. We're going to walk our knees back a little bit. I want you to get into that bowstring position where you're lengthening out the belly. You lift the chest, you lift the head, and raise your right leg up behind you. Now you can relax the foot. The toe can be pointed or just stretched behind you. And here, we're going to bring the knee inwards to the side. So we're working the side glute, and then we'll bring it back again. Keep the back stable. Keep the belly long. You're going to keep the back curved. This is just getting us warmed up and ready for the next posture. Okay, now we're going to bring the knee in to the side. And I want you to reach the left arm out in front of you and hold it. Hold it. Lengthen out the belly. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand back down. Stretch the leg back behind you. And then we're going to bring the right knee forward and cross the right ankle over the left thigh for the falcon position. We're going to sink our hips back and reach our arms as far forward as possible. Let your low back curve. That's it. Beautiful. Nice. You can lower yourself far down to the ground if you wish, making sure that there's no pain in the knee. Okay, you're going to get a stretch into the hip, but no pain into the knee, please. Beautiful. And lifting back up, we set our hands underneath the shoulders, uncross, and we'll change sides. Get that curve in the low back and long belly, but you don't want compression. We're not dumping into the low back. Okay, it's not just a dump. You want to keep, there's support here, there's curve, and there's length. Raise your left leg up behind you, relaxing the foot. Bring the knee towards the left shoulder and then back again. We do this 3 times, but slowly. Bring it in towards the shoulder, back again. Excellent. Last time, towards the shoulder. Good. Now bring it towards the shoulder and hold it there. Here's the difficult part of the posture. Raise your right arm out in front of you. Keep the hips back. Keep breathing. Reach, reach, reach with the right arm. Lift the knee higher. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand back down. Stretch the leg first, and then bring it forward for falcon pose, crossing the ankle over the opposite thigh. Sink your hips back and reach your hands far out in front. Is all this okay for you, Maria?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. I saw that you modified, so it's all good. All right. Sinking back, couple deep breaths. Nice. Coming back, bring the hands back onto the mat. Uncross, walk your knees back. Now you'll take either down dog or crouching cat, please. So in this position, you need to make sure that your arms are strong, that the back is strong, and that the legs are strong. It's not a position where we should be hanging out, okay? We're going to turn our knees to the right. And as you come down, see if you can bring the left hip touching the ground first. The left knee stays up. So the left hip is down. We turned our knees to the right. We'll let the left knee come down, keep the right knee up, and turn so that both hands are reaching forward. This is a very deep twist that gets visceral. I mean, it gets into the organs, deep into the organs. Stay here, take a deep breath in, curve your spine, and then as you breathe out, you can round. Breathe in and curl. So we're gently massaging the organs in this deep twist. It's like rinsing. Breathing out, rounding. One more time. We'll breathe in and curl. And we'll breathe out and round. Coming back here. See if you can walk your hands back just a little bit so you've got both palms down. And you're going to raise your right leg behind you. There's a big contraction going on in the side back as well as the glute. And we're going to do some pulses. Bend the knee nicely and pulse up. 5. Woo, pulse it up. 4. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg down. Bring the elbows down and just roll right onto your tummy. Good. So the glutes are the BFF of the what? Yes. Well done. Woo, somebody listens to me. The glutes are the best friends forever of the knees. The more you work the glutes, the better the knees are going to be in their proper alignment and position. So let's bend both knees now. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press the knees into the ground and into the floor. So everybody at home, you're going to be pressing your knees down, the hips come up. And very gently, you'll press into the ground. You won't be able to rise very high because the hips are already up. So there's big curve in the low back. I want you to lift a tiny bit the chest and hold it. 3, strong for the arms. Bring the elbows in a bit. 2, 1. Come on back down. Whew. Let your feet fall from right to left here. Well done. Keeping the knees bent now, let's reach behind and see if you can touch the tops of the heels. So there's no grabbing, it's just touching the tops of the heels, middle fingers. Lift your head and chest as much as possible and lift your knees as much as possible. Yeah, good. This is the modified bow. It's much more difficult, but it's better for the hips. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Hands under the shoulders, push up onto the knees, tuck in your toes, take your crouching cat, or your down dog hybrid, whichever you prefer. Move the hips from side to side, just to let go a bit of the low back. And we're gonna change sides. I'm just gonna turn around so that I can still face everyone. Stay as you are. Turn your knees to the left now and bounce. 3, hips go back. 2, 1. Now we'll gently lower down the right hip without touching the knees. Yeah. Now the right knee comes down, left knee's pointing up. You're turning so that you're facing the front edge of your mat. Did you switch sides? Okay, yeah. Okay. Perfect. I thought you were with us last round. I thought, yeah, we were all facing the right direction. Right. No problem. You're just working on a different frequency. It's good. It's all good. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and round. Breathing in, reach your chest and lift your throat. Yes. Breathing out, rounding. One more time. Lift and round. Now lifting once again, walk your hands back, and here we go, the best friends. Lift the leg up behind you. I know, but it's so good for you. Ready? Pulse it up. 5, see how high? The foot can get up as high as the knee. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring the leg back down. Stretch your right arm out in front and roll onto your back this time. Walk your feet away from you, and the heels should be in the ground. The knees are only slightly bent. This is the hamstring bridge. You'll press your heels down into the earth and raise the hips up. Feel that your heels can almost pull towards your hips. Holding here and breathing. And let's release. Lift your knees so that they're up at the shoulders. Grab behind the thighs and rock from side to side to relax. Now bring your feet flat on the ground, very close to the hips. Elbows press into the ground now. Fingers are spread wide. Squeezing your shoulder blades together a bit to open the chest. Raise your hips up as high as you want to go. Lengthen out your neck at the same time. And if anyone here has been regularly practicing full bridge and you want to go into full bridge, you can go into full bridge now. But if you have not been regularly practicing, wait for a couple of weeks in half bridge before going into full bridge. Good, Maria. Very beautiful. Stay there, everyone. 5, 4. It's good. Everyone at home looking great. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now everyone in half bridge, so you can come into half bridge with us, Maria. And we're going to raise our arms over our heads, and we'll slowly, slowly bring the back down, one vertebra at a time. And once the back is all the way on the ground, keep the knees bent and let your both knees fall to the right. Reach your left arm far behind you. Raising your left knee first. Let's have the right knee follow and change sides. Knees go to the left. Reach your right arm behind you. Raise your right knee first, left knee follows. Squeeze the knees nicely into the chest. And here, just rock from side to side. Now we're going to do some funky rocking. When you rock now, we're going to make a circle. Now, what does that mean? We're going to rock up and down the spine, and I'm going to turn a little bit, and then rock up and down, and I'm going to turn a little bit, and I'll rock up and down, and I'll turn, okay? So that you can turn around and face me. So rock and turn. Yeah, rock and turn. Yeah. Oh, you guys look good. I like it. Yeah. Perfect. Now that we've rocked and turned, yeah, keep going. No, keep going. It's excellent, Kathleen. I love it. You get to look at the scenery as you move yourself around. We're going to come into boat pose. So boat pose, I just want to mention, a lot of people think, oh, boat pose works the abdominals. But in fact, boat pose works the psoas iliac muscle, which is one of the deeper core muscles that goes from the femur bone to the low back. So it's important here that you lift the chest. Is your back hurting? No. No? Okay. So we'll get into boat pose. Hands behind the thighs, especially if you feel the low back. Okay? Now, if you're not feeling so much the low back and you want to go for a higher level, reach your arms by your sides. If you start to feel the low back, hands go back behind the thighs. Okay? Now, whether your hands are behind your thighs or here, we're going to do some work. I want you to straighten your right leg as much as possible. Bring it back. Straighten your left. Now, of course, you're going to feel your abdominals. They're stabilizing. Okay? But what's being worked the most is the psoas. Woo! Ay, ay, ay. If it's hurting the low back, keep them there. Yeah. Another 5, 4, 3, looking good, everyone. 2, 1. And if you really want, it's just too easy for you, isn't it, Nicole? Reach both legs out and hold it. Come on, Luca. Come on, Jane. Kathleen, woo, look at her. Oh, she's still smiling. It's way too easy. Good, Maria. And let's go all the way on our back. Ay, ay, ay. Bring the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side. You okay, Lisa? Too much?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, bring your knees up to your chest and rock from side to side to let go. Keep the right knee up against the chest and stretch your left leg on the ground. Make some nice big circles with both feet just to release any tension in the feet.
And we'll change the direction. And then very gently let the right knee fall over to the left-hand side of your mat for a little twist. Reach your right arm out to the side, gentle spinal twist. Rolling back onto your back. Lift the head nose to the knee. And we'll change legs. Left knee comes up. Make some circles with the feet. You can do both feet if you wish, or just one. It's as you wish. Change the direction of the circles. And then let the knee fall over to the right-hand side of the mat. You can reach your left arm out to the side for a spinal twist. Back onto your back. Lift your head nose to the knee. Then we'll bring the left foot down onto the ground. Knee stays bent. Raise your right leg, flex the foot. Curve your low back so that the femur bone gets into the hip socket, and you should feel a very strong stretch down the back of the leg. Keep the foot super flexed. Keep the back curved. Open your chest and just take some deep breaths here. Perhaps you're feeling it all the way down the back of the leg, even all the way to the heel, and that would be good. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. And lift the knees, but allow the right knee to go more towards the shoulder rather than out to the side. Bring it towards the shoulder. So you could grab behind both thighs, or if you can get behind the left thigh, but keep the knee going towards the shoulder. That would be better and healthier for the knee and the hip. Keep the legs crossed and bring the left foot to the ground. Let your knees go to the right so the thigh comes down to the ground. And this stretches out the quadricep with the left leg. Arms can open wide. You can look to your left hand. It's just such a nice day out here. Just enjoy the beauty of the nature around us as we're cooling down. I'm crossing the legs, lift the left knee first, right knee follows. Let's raise the left leg, foot is flexed. Straighten the leg as much as possible, get curve in the low back. See if you can pull the leg downwards to root the femur bone into the hip socket. And then crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, let the knees fall to your left. Open up your arms and look to your right hand. And let's allow the legs to uncross. Left ankle comes off the right knee. One knee at a time rises. Bring the knees up towards the shoulders and really squeeze the knees against the shoulders. Lift your head and bring your nose between your knees. Back down again, and then perhaps take a happy baby pose, either grabbing the ankles or the bottoms of the feet, knees wide. You can rock from side to side if it's comfortable. Come back to center and bring the legs together. One leg at a time, we're going to stretch them out onto the mat. Keep the feet apart. Bring your arms by your sides, turning the palms to the sky. And if you need to, make any little adjustments, get yourself completely comfortable in the right position to relax. Find your breath deep and slow. Listen to the different sounds around you. See if you can find the sound that is the farthest away from you. Just incredibly far away. See if you can find the sound that's the closest to you. Maybe a sound that's actually inside you. Feel the breeze on your skin if you're here in the park with us. If you're at home, notice the temperature in the room. Notice if you smell any perfumes around you. Fresh air. You're at home, maybe some perfumes of cooking. And finally, in this relaxed state, blink your eyes a few times and remaining relaxed. Just open your eyes softly and observe what you can see. Just take in the colors, shapes, what might be surrounding you right now. If you're at home, come into awareness of the room you're in, the walls, the floor, the ceiling, corners of the room. And for those of us in the park, just come into awareness of the spaciousness around you. Let's begin moving our fingers and our toes. The arms and the legs. Back slowly and gently. Raising your arms up over your head, stretch from fingers to toes. And your knees up to your chest and squeeze them in. Rock to one side. Lifting up from the side, come to a seated position. Nice. Let's rub our hands together. Bring the hands over the face. If you're washing your face clean, gently tap around the eyes to stimulate around the eyes. Shake your hands out in front of you. Do that one more time. Hands at your heart center. Thanks everybody for joining today. Have a lovely afternoon. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Good. Well done. Here, I'm going to show everybody else to be able to say goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, lovely day.
Bye. Have a lovely
Bye.
day.
Thank you, Anne. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good to see you, Natalie. Bye, Evelyn.
Bye.
Take care. See you both.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Exactly. Yeah.